Hello, my name is Brenda Yañez, and for the next 15 minutes I will be analyzing and providing some solutions to the case of the Sun Oil Company. In order to provide a quick context, the Sun Oil Company is an Argentinian organization which is focused on producing agricultural products as well as industrialized oil. And in 2008, they decided to open a representation office in Hong Kong in order to grow or to expand sales of the two of their main products. One is the rapeseed oil and the second one is the soybean oil. However, after 6 months of starting operation, top management in Argentina was wondering if they made the correct decision in opening the office in Hong Kong, because they were having lack of transparency. They were not issuing the financial results. They were having very high costs of operations, and they were operating with minimal oversight. So, in order to find solutions, let's delve into certain aspects of the company. Let's begin with the products, the type of products that they produce: sunflower oil, soybean oil, and rapeseed oil. The sunflower oil and the soybean oil, the crop seasons of those products is on summer. The rapeseed oil is a new strategy diversification to gain income in different seasons of the year. So the rapeseed oil, the crop season of that product is winter and spring. So with the three products, the plantations are almost full through all the year. Let's move to the target market. The sunflower oil is bottled and sold locally. The soybean oil is exported to different markets, and the rapeseed oil, it was new in the market. However, in Argentina, they had low consumption of the rapeseed oil, but not in Asia. In China, this product was very valued because it had a lot of healthy properties. Let's move to the snapshot of the year 2007, the financial results. They sold $200 million, which 30% are of exports. From those $60 million of exports, half comes from the soybean oil to the Asian region. And the export commission that the export generates is just for 1.5%. This is equals to $900,000. Now let's move to the structure of the organization. Don Luis González is the president and founder of the Sun Oil Company. He has two direct reportees. Both of them are their sons-in-law. One is in charge of the financial area, and the other is in charge of the commercial area. It is important to understand the cultural approach that Don Luis has on controls. He understands control as motivation and shared vision. And also there is another thing that the case states that indicates that when a distribution office or another office is open, they hire a person very close because he's a friend or because he's a relative of Don Luis. That's the way they keep control, indicating that they don't have management control system very well structured, and that this is a family business owned. So let's move to how the decision to open the Hong Kong office was made. Well, it was in a quick trip of weight change, in a fast and furious trip of weight change for one weekend to Argentina, where they met and they took the decision under the shades of some trees. and they decided to open the Hong Kong office. Under the management control system, the planning phase is critical. Why is critical? Because control is developed through the planning phase. You develop the objectives, and as well as you develop the objectives, you develop the outcomes as well as the performance you require to achieve those objectives. So in the case, the planning phase is non-existent. Let's move to the goals and expectations from the new office. One of the most important is that it's going to be an independent entity. They will sell the products of the zonal company, but could sell products from competitors. They will operate as brokers. Chen had freedom of action. They require to issue balance sheets and income statement in dollars in a quarterly basis. These type of objectives, again, on the management control system, are not complete objectives, because management control system takes a structural approach, takes other types of measures, objective measures, correlated measures to the strategy, and quantifiable measures. However, as you can see here, these objectives are just like a letter to Santa Claus. Now let's move to the results that the office of Hong Kong is having. The sales volume is growing, modest but growing with additional sales, and there is almost a closing deal of rapeseed oil valued in $6 million. However, these results are not confirmed, they are just assumptions. The case doesn't indicate that it's closed. And again, results should be based on a planning phase. So just as I just mentioned, they need to have a structured approach, measured in time. You should expect the results. So it is like a surprising or disappointing thing, depends on the lens that you see this type of result. Let's move now to how the cost structure of the Hong Kong office has changed. We have a before and an after. The cost structure of the Argentinian office in 2007 was having a 1.5% commission for brokers to a 1.5 commission when the Hong Kong office opened, plus the rent, which represents $5,000 per month, plus $45,000 for the setup, plus $530,000 annually for staff salaries, plus a profit distribution for wage change equivalent to 33% of net profits. The cost structure is important, but it's more important the selected model for the representation office, because under management control system, you apply different level of control to different business model. It's not the same to provide a control system for a broker model than for a distributor model or a commercial subsidiary. For example, a broker model relies on external agents, making control indirect and performance evaluation even more challenging. A distributor model involves inventory, ownership, and sales responsibility. So the management control system should reflect those type of measurements. The commercial subsidiary provides the highest level of internal control. Why? Because it is complete independent. You have invested a lot in order to place a commercial subsidiary. You have to have a structure in place, and a structure, I mean organization. You are responsible for sales, for the branding, for the representation office, for the cost, for the profit, for everything. So the commercial subsidiary should be the highest level of internal control. And for me, the objectives settled between Don Luis and Wei Change match with a commercial subsidiary. So, how to solve the auto control that the office in Hong Kong right now has? Well, management control system has a tool which is a financial responsibility center, and by establishing a financial responsibility center, it ensures that managers are accountable for achieving defined objectives and results. However, they are not required to report every action they made every day. So I think that with a financial responsibility center, the Hong Kong office is still an independent entity. However, on a financial responsibility center, you have to set clear objectives and specific performance measures, and control can be exerted without undermining managerial autonomy. The point is that when you establish a financial responsibility center, it comes in a package of 3 processes, of 3 steps. The one is you need to define which responsibility center, because there are 4 types. I think that the one that is that match better with what we have in Hong Kong is the investment center. Why? Because Wei Change would be the owner of both, of the income statement and the balance sheet. And he needs, obviously, you need to redefine the contract. You should tell Wei Change, okay, you are not going to work on the broker model. You are going to work under the commercial subsidiary. You are going to have, you are going to be the owner of the investment center, and you as the Argentinian company, you should place a planning and budgeting system with Wei Chain, along with Wei Chain, and those should include the setting of performance targets and evaluating performance. Basically, it's a triangle of 3 things. You should, on that planning system, you should have targeted objectives, action plans, and resources. And you should take in consideration the short term, the mid-term, and the long term. The third thing that you should consider when you establish a financial responsibility center is an incentive plan. You have an incentive plan already for Wei Chen. Wei Chen is taking the 33% of net profits. However, measures and rewards needs to be subordinated to performance definitions. So you have to have clear and non-ambiguous articulation of what needs to be done. Clear measures, objective measures related to the plans that you are creating, and in the best case, you need to ask Wei Chen to develop a performance management system for the people that report directly to him. I think that with this type of measure, the problem of control can be addressed. Thank you very much.